And, some of you out there are like, oh, there's no way they'll pass up on Chase. I'm with you, man. I just want to talk about it because obviously Tua is a subject that it's close to all of our hearts down here. A lot of people want Tua drafted. My boy Omar Kelly, I think, would like to propose to him. All those things. So I get that there's a lot of love for Tua. And look, I think it's a whole bunch of crap. I really do. I think this is Washington with their attempt at seeing if somebody wants to trade up to number 2, not because they want Tua, because they don't want Tua. They want Chase Young. But they just want to see what will be offered for the number 2 pick. And if it's worth moving out of that pick and passing up on Chase Young. So I think they're expecting, if they would get a Herschel Walker type of offer, all kinds of picks, they would trade out of it. And I think that's what they're hoping for. They're like, okay, well, let's see if somebody wants to step up and trade for the number 2 pick and give us a whole bunch of picks and we'll move out. Not because they really want to trade, not because they want to draft Tua. They just want to say that they have interest in Tua and then encourage somebody to trade up to number 2 and offer the house. For remember, they don't have a second-round pick. So you're talking about a coach that is taking over a team, has to rebuild. They don't have a second-round pick, and they need more picks. Now, they know they have Chase Young there, a generational defensive end. Okay, we know we have our guy. Now let's see what else do we have out there. That's what I think this is. That's all. It's all mental masturbation, and they're not going anywhere with this. In the end, they will draft Chase Young at number 2. Because I doubt anybody's really going to offer what they're looking for to move out and not draft Chase Young.
You gave total clarity to the whole situation. The fact that they don't have a 2, okay, and the way Detroit started talking about blah, blah, and they've got the 2 spot. If you're interested in them, supersede Detroit and possibly get their second-round pick.
Right.
That makes total sense.
Right.
That's exactly why they're doing that.
Right, but they're not going to get the offer that they want. They're not going to get them. They're not going to get Mike Lynn to offer you 4,000 picks for Herschel Walker. I know some of you are too young for that already, because that happened in the '90s. But yeah, it's just not going to happen. The Ricky Williams trade, all that, it's just not going to happen. I don't see anybody making that move. And I got to tell you something, Dolphin fans. If the Dolphins were crazy enough to trade up to number 2, I want them to take Chase Young, not Tua. Okay? Give me the guy that is healthy and the guy I know is going to make an impact on an every down basis for me instead of the guy that I know cannot stay healthy. Because that's I just, see, I can only think of Tua breaking down because that's all he's done. See, I can't imagine him being durable because he's never shown me to be durable. Wasn't durable in high school and it wasn't durable in college behind an All-American line. So I'm going to expect him to be durable in the NFL? No, I can't. Now, Chase Young has been kicking ass and dominating in college and high school. I expect him to do the same thing in the NFL. That's the track record. That's the crazy part. If Miami trades the number 2, which they're not, but if they would, I want Chase Young, man. I don't want Tua. I want Chase Young. Screw that. Get Chase Young and then, make a move for Jordan Love, and that's it. For me, the Tua stuff is extremely overrated, man. I know he's a heck of a passer. Love him as a passer. But I just can't trust him. I won't trust him. There's no way I trust him. I expect him to break down. Whoever drafts him, I expect him to break down again. He's Sam Bradford. Put it that way. That's what Tua is Sam Bradford. That's it. And let me tell you something. Sam Bradford could play football. He can pass. Guy was a hell of a passer, super accurate. His problem was he could never stay healthy, and then as the injuries mounted throughout his career, it obviously takes a toll on your body and it takes a toll on who you are. But even saying all that, whenever he would play, he was accurate. Like he would have been a heck of a quarterback if he would have never, ever suffered any injuries at Oklahoma or, after. But unfortunately, his body wasn't made for this league. And by the way, your body and my body ain't. Oh, my body doesn't even last in the regular life. Can you imagine football? Forget about that. It's just most of us won't last. That's why I just look at this and no way, man. Get me the guy that I know is going to be amazing and going to stay healthy. Let's see.
It's like our podcast segment a couple days ago. This is all smoke screen.
Yeah. Yeah. John says if we can't get 2 at 5, then trade down or get another first rounder. If you can, then you have 4 first-round picks. John, remember, you have to re-sign those players. You can't go crazy and drafting 400 players either. Because, look, it's nice if you hit on them, but then you have to re-sign them. And you're not going to be able to re-sign all. That's just not the way it goes. And it doesn't matter how much the cap goes up over the next 10 years. It's just you get the same amount of players because their salaries go up. It has nothing to do with anything. So they have enough picks already as it is. Okay, think about this, folks. You get 14 picks. Let's just have some fun. Say you hit on 7. Okay? You failed on 7, you hit on 7. 4 and 5 years from now, you've got to re-sign all those 7. That's a lot of players that you have to re-sign. That's a lot of signing bonuses.
We just recently saw this. Seattle. Look what happened to that defense, right?
They lost it. Yeah, Baltimore after they won. It happens all the time. It's only New England, man. Everybody else has got to pay the piper. They have success, and then everybody wants to get paid. Kansas City won it. Now you got to pay people. And when that Mahomes contract comes in the next year, it's going to cost them players. That's kind of the way the game's played. So it's really easy to say, let's pile on more picks, but then what happens? And what if you lose? Okay, let's just have some fun here. Let's say you hit on 4, 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, and they became studs for you, but you can't sign all 4. And then you lose. Let's say you can only sign 2 of the 4 or 3 of the 4, and you lose 1 or 2 of them. Some of you are driving around or hanging out in your offices right now or at work going, well, you get the compensatory pick. Okay, but it won't be any higher than 3. So you lose out on the first or second rounder that you can't re-sign, but you got compensated a third rounder. I think you lost out again. Yeah, you get another pick, but not as high as the guys you just lost. You see what I'm saying? So now, what you're supposed to say is, not that I want to trade down out of 5 because I want to stay there and I think you're going to get a hell of a player at 5, like a super stud that you can plug in right away. But you say if you trade down, you get more picks in the future, not in this same draft. You don't want this draft is already overloaded. You just don't want to go too crazy either. Okay? Just, you got to think big picture on all these things. It's not just I remember when we signed Ndamukong Suh and I told everybody what was going to happen, and it did end up costing them some players. Because he's going to change our defense, he's going to make us a champion. No, he's not. And it's going to cost us problems with the cap. And sure enough, because you got to think big picture. It's not, these decisions have a domino effect. And if you don't understand the effect they have on your team, you are going to fail.